How are you all? I hope you've missed me. I have missed you. I am creating a little bit more lately, so I'm trying to get some videos edited and put together. So let's get started with this one. This is an older page, and what you're seeing right now is a page that was sent to me from Monica Downing. She is amazing. If you have not seen her, check her out. Um, I will try to remember to put a link down below the video. So she sent me this page because I told her I'm terrified of color, and she said, okay, go, do with it what you will. So I decided to take the page and, what the hell, add more color. So adding a lot of color freaks me out. Multiple colors together, which, so as you can see, that's what she did. That's what happened. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to take this and start playing with it, just kind of enjoy the colors next to each other, see how it's all working, and just have fun. That's all there was to this. So uh, I am using a whole bunch of silks paints. I have this big old bucket full of them, so I decided, what the heck, we'll bring them out. And when I say this page is older, this is from sometime I think last year. Like, it's old. It's an old page. But I just now found all the footage, and it took me forever to find. I had taken photos before I sent this page back to Monica, so we did a swap. And I created a page, sent it to her, she finished it. I started it, she finished it, and then so this is my page that she started and I finished. So she got to keep this one, and I got to keep the one she sent me. And the one she sent me is absolutely stunning. I keep it up at my desk at work, so I can look at it all day, every day. It's right next to my monitor at work. So thank you, Monica. So as you guys can see, the last one I added, I want to say that was Pearl. It's a silks acrylic glaze, and it just adds this beautiful shimmer, and it helped tie all those colors together in my head for me. So I'm still trying to play with this and kind of make it mine. Because right now this is very not my style. It's very not me. So I had to play a lot to kind of figure out what in the world I was going to do to make this me. So this is a stencil I hand drew and cut, and it's just a bunch of like wonky circles, and there's a bunch of little ones, a bunch of big ones. I just filled the whole thing with circles and then cut it out using my heat tool, which I have a video on my channel showing how to do this if you're interested. And it's good to do while you're watching TV, because you don't have to pay too much attention to what you're doing while you're just drawing on acetate. I just used a Sharpie. So and then you get these very organic shapes, which is nice sometimes. Sometimes you don't want perfection. And that pink paint I was using is a shimmer paint from Target. It's a kids paint. I believe they still have them, and they're super, super shimmery. I love it. So, of course, you know me. I had to add pink. And if you can see my hair right there, this is still when my hair was like bright red. So you know what? This was from last year. This was from at least before last May of 2015, because my hair has not been that color in well over a year, going on a year and a half. So, yeah, sorry about it. So I am using a Pitt big brush marker, and this is, I believe, Indanthrene blue. Indant some word. It's blue. And I'm just using it to create these shadows right around the edges of the circles to kind of help pop the circles forward a little bit. It's also adding like a layer of purple, because the purple or the blue and the pink are blending to create purple. And it's kind of pushing some of that stuff into the background subtly, because I didn't want to cover what she had done. I really liked what she had done. I got this page from her and I went, what am I going to do with this? I have no clue what I'm going to do with this, because it was almost done, in my opinion, when she sent it to me. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. But it's funny. So I had this. I had Monica send this to my place of employment, and the person that received it got a little worried because they thought it was a suspicious package because they open all the mail. So they were like, "There's a bunch of stuff in an envelope." I said, "Oh, it's okay. It's one of my artist friends. We're fine. It's good." So, yeah, that was just a fun little story. Yeah. so, so I really loved the image that Monica used, but I thought, let's make this 3D. actually use a real paintbrush here. So I was trying to mimic that like mounting bracket thing that in the picture, and I just couldn't get that to work. So I decided I'll get rid of all these little stupid pieces of things I'm using and just use the paintbrush. So this is just a very cheap paintbrush. I want to say it's Artist Loft from Michaels. I got it in a big package, so it was no big loss. It's actually probably much more valuable now that it's on this page. So I'm using my Tim Holtz sanding grip just to take off the sheen of the handle of the brush, and I used a little bit of water just to clean up that dust, the residue, because I'm going to end up painting this. So these are distress paints, and I want to say it's maybe peacock feathers or broken china. That might be broken china, and I think this is shabby shutters. I think, and I'm just doing the two together. Again, I'm mimicking what's already on the page, so I drew all of my inspiration from what's already there. I'm just trying to bring it to life. So just very haphazardly put all the colors together. I'm not trying to create perfection here. I'm just trying to make this really cool old vintage looking paintbrush from something that's brand new. So as you can see, I scuffed up a couple of the areas with my sanding block again, and then I'm going to go back in and do it again. So yeah, you will be seeing at least 2 more videos from me at least this month. I am in 2 different groups, and we will be posting those videos toward the end of the month. And I am very excited. I have one of the pages already done, and I am absolutely in love with it. The other page is on its way, and I'm really liking where it's going. So stay tuned for that. Don't give up on me yet. This is that glimmer glaze, and I just added just a little bit. I think it's paprika is the color. Just added a little bit just to give this like shiny, slight patina to it. And this is a little piece of gauze. I decided to just add it for a little bit of visual texture and tactile texture. So just trying to decide placement. And this might be the Indum 3 blue. I don't know. This is another big brush marker, and you know what? I think this one might be the Indum 3 blue. So the other one's some other funky blue. And I was just adding a little bit more depth to that background piece, since I'm not actually adding something to it to actually make it 3D. I decided to try to mimic a little more 3D to make it pop off the page a bit. So as you can see, I added a little bit of black as well. So first I did the blue to create that diffused color, and then black to really deepen the edge. So sink it in. And then this is Neo Color, kind of again doing the exact same thing but with Neo colors. I wonder if you guys can hear my music. I'm listening to music as I'm doing this. Illusion, it was a perfect illusion. Care to guess? Care to guess? Put in the comments if you know. Okay, so at this point I decided to paint the bristles of this brush using gesso. So I'm using a paintbrush to paint my paintbrush. I didn't like the colors that the bristles were. The bristles in the picture are more lovely. The one in this paintbrush was not lovely. So you shall see what I am going to do. So I let the gesso dry, and it kind of it stiffened all the bristles, obviously. And I am using my brown big brush marker to color all of the gesso brown, and then I'm just dipping it straight back into that glimmer glaze. And I think I did 2 or 3 coats of that. So it's cool. It's got like this like wet shimmery look. So this is Donna Salazar's mixed media inks, and I'm using this line stamp. It's just a whole bunch of like broken lines, and I'm just kind of tying everything together again. As you can see, I was like using my fingers to diffuse it a little bit, kind of smudge it out. So, and I'm just going over this page one more time with that. I want to say it's either oyster or pearl, something like that. And again, I want this thing to shine. I want you to see this from space because of the sparkle. So that's kind of the plan here, is to make it super duper sparkly. And I end up doing that. I end up doing that. So I hope Monica liked it. I liked it, and I loved what she sent me. Oh my god, you guys, it is stunning, 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 stunning. So as you can see, there are little tags down there, right there where I'm painting right now. There's little tags that she had incorporated into the page, and they were getting a little too blended into the background. I really wanted you to be able to see those, so I took my big brush marker in black, and I'm just going right around the edges to create, again, some more depth. And now I am adding some black splatters. That's with acrylic ink. I want to say it's Liquitex. And then I did the same with a little bit of white and purple, apparently, because I'm all over the place. Because she told me to use color, so I used color. See what happens? See? This is why I don't use color. See? God, look at my hair. You'd never know I was afraid of color. I'm afraid of multiple colors, so I guess that's not really fair. So I glued this paintbrush down after I wrapped a little bit of wire around the oh god, what is that thing called? The metal part. The metal part. I'll remember it as soon as I stop recording. And I glued it down using some matte gel. It's one of the strongest things you can find. So, and then I had this phrase in mind for what I was going to do with this paintbrush, and so I glued this old brass key on top of the paintbrush. And these are a bunch of Wild Orchid Crafts flowers from Kelly Colgrove. She is fantastic. So I'm just cutting them all off, and again, I'm using all of the colors that are already on the page. So I'm just enhancing all of those background colors. This is a Pitt artist pen, and I am creating like faux stitching right around the paintbrush, and just kind of making them wiggly, doing multiple layers. And I will do like little faux zigzag stitch marks in a minute. See, right there. Faux zigzag stitch marks. And now my desk is a mess. You're welcome. I got a whole bunch of footage out here because I messed something up. So what I did here was I printed this quote on my printer, which is a inkjet, and then I had to spray it with Crystal Coat, which is a clear sealer. It's a spray sealant, and because I knew I was going to end up painting on here, and it would ruin the words. It would make everything run because the paint is so wet. So I mounted the words to chipboard using score tape because it's so sturdy. I love score tape. So, and then I painted each of the different little spots. I painted a different color. She told me to use different colors. I used different colors. This is a golden high flow. It's actually an airbrush, which is why it has an orange sticker, because they put it on clearance. So, yeah. And let's see, what else are we using? That's some Amsterdam orange. I'm telling you, I used all the colors. All the colors. All of the colors are used. So, Monica got what she wanted. She got what she wanted. I hope. And then a little bit of blue. I'm using a lot of liquid acrylics, or acrylics that I knew weren't terribly opaque, because I just wanted a kind of wash. If you have a lot of thick acrylics, you can just add a little bit of glazing fluid or even water. Just don't go too crazy with the water. But yeah, I'm using my big brush marker in black just to go right around the edges to make them pop off the page. Then I glued them down, and I believe I used a gray paint just to grunge up the sticker or the letters just a little bit. And there you go. That is the page. The paintbrush is the key to an artist's imagination. So that was the quote. That's kind of the inspiration for the page, and that is it for today. I hope you guys liked it. I will talk to you later. Bye.